Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the WWE Wrekkin Slam and Stack Forklift. Let's get into it! Let's start our Wrekkin, Slammin', and Stackin' with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, mostly just a view of the vehicle, WWE Wrekkin Slam and Stack Forklift. Then back to the front here, and we have a nice picture. I don't know if that's a digital render or what. Most likely it is a digital render. Launching action, and you slam your fist on it and it sends a figure flying, I guess. I don't know. I haven't tried it out yet. And then it comes with the pitifully broken pallet, and here's a picture of how it all breaks away. 6 breakaway pieces. Includes Brock Lesnar, Wrekkin Slam and Stack Forklift, and a wrestling ring with a barcode. 6 and up, Mattel. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, some WWE print. Made in China, WWE.com. Recycled, question mark. Contents, one vehicle and 1 figure. Assortment numbers, what I'm guessing that is, a barcode, and recycled from a tree, I guess. I don't know. And on this side, we have WWE Wrekkin Slam and Stack Forklift, a nice product shot or digital render, could be either one, of the figure vehicle and pitiful pallet. On this side, it just says Wrekkin, let's wreck some stuff. On the back, bumper to bumper destruction, Wrekkin, and then we got a little hologram sticker there that's a can't tell what it is, but anyway, it's a hologram sticker. Raise and drop the lift. You can drop a pallet right on a dude, and then you can pull the top off and slam it into a dude, and then you can pull the rest of the cab off and slam it into another dude. Mattel, empowering the next generation through play. Warning, do not aim at eyes or face. Only use projectiles supplied with this toy. Do not fire at point blank range. But it only shoots figures. Additional figures not included, each sold separately, subject to availability, colors, and decorations may vary. And then, I don't know who all them dudes are. I'm not big into wrestling. Oh, it's a WWE hologram to make it official. Anyway, I just bought this, honestly, for the forklift. And I think I'm going to customize it up a little bit and give it a little bit of yellow paint here. But anyway, that's another complete video. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and the vehicle. And we'll move the vehicle right out of the way so it doesn't make things blur while we're taking a look at the figure. And I have to say, he has pretty nice deco overall. Some tampo here, here, all over here, on the back of his pants, on the seat of his pants, and on the legs. That pretty much does it for the body deco. Well, looks like there's some tampos here on the backs of his gloves. And I would think probably the fingertips are painted, and then nice on the head. This piece is a piece glued on, and it looks like it's not straight. And then nice paint for the eyes and his beard. Let's take a look at his articulation. He doesn't really look up. He looks down very slightly. Can he chicken neck? Not really. Now he can wiggle his head up and down, and he does have a little bit of waggle in there, but it's not much. He can do the full exorcist. At the shoulders, arm comes up past 90 degrees, pretty good past 90 degrees, so that's pretty good range of motion there. 360 degree rotation there. Single hinge and swivel at the elbow, swivels around 360 degrees and gives you approximately 90 degree bend. 360 degree rotation at the wrist on an in and out hinge, and then in and out hinge on the other hand as well. Nothing in the torso. Cut at the waist, gives you a 360 degree rotation. At the hips, he can't do the splits. He can only kick forward about that far, but backwards, wow, that's pretty good range backwards. There's a single hinge at the knee, and it looks like it should be a swivel as well, but it does not swivel. So he does have a knee bend. It bends back that far. And there's a cut here at the top of his boot for a 360 degree rotation. Nothing at the ankle or toes or anything like that. So for this size of a figure, it's pretty basic articulation. But it's enough articulation he can sit in the forklift and drive it. Now let's take a look at the forklift, which is the reason I bought this set. And I'll just say, overall, it looks pretty nice. And you can see from the side profile here, nice on the tires. From the front, you can see it's got the chain detail here on the rails. And the forks do move up and down. It's all molded in color. And it does have the WWE logo on it. The other side, pretty much the same. On the top, again, everything's molded in color. Got the WWE logo there. As far, it does have some molded details on the inside, and you know, for what it is and what it costs, it actually looks pretty darn good. The steering wheel does rotate, so it rotates all the way around, so that's good in case you got to make some tight turns. Now there are pieces on here that do remove. On the top, this removes, and I forgot to say there's some stickers there on the front of the lights, so that's pretty cool. So that comes off, and then this whole piece comes off as well, and it actually comes apart in two, and that kind of gives us a better look. At the inside, you can see the diamond plating on the floor, wrinkles in the seat, some molded in gauges and controls on the front here. And then also these pieces on the side, they remove as well. Not the easiest to get off, but that's okay too, because that means they won't just fall off haphazardly. And you can see post here, port here, and that's pretty much how the thing fits on, there's ports for each of the posts, and then ports here and here for the top to go back on. And again, you know, it looks pretty nice for what it is. So you can strip it down and use it like this. And there's some stickers right here for the brakes. One thing it is missing is, you know, it should come out a little more, or the seat should be forward a little more, and it should have a propane tank on the back of it. At least all the ones that I have ever used were propane powered. This one may be a battery powered. I don't know. I'm not sure. But, you know, the forks will go all the way up, and they do kind of stop there and like that. So we'll put it all back together, and then we'll look at the action feature, because you kind of have to put at least this part back on it in order to use that. And again, ports and pegs to put it back together. Slide them all up. Now the way the action feature works is this can't go back on the way that it normally sits. You actually kind of have to set it on there backwards. And what you do is you run the forklift all the way up, and anyway, that sticks in it. And then in order to use the feature, let's put him on there, and let's see if I can get it in the shot. So basically it's like that, and then, you know, it throws the forks forward. So there's the action feature for it. Now, as far as the figure sitting in the vehicle, put him in the sitting position. Bend his arms at the elbows. Just put the camera back down so you can see. Just kind of slide him in there. And you can put both hands on the steering wheel. I think you can anyway. Alright, so there we go. Both hands on the steering wheel. We'll put the top back on it. And then this goes on this side. So, and another good thing about these pieces coming off like they do is if you want to paint them and make it more forklifty colored, I guess. And really the main reason I got this is I wanted a forklift. And I've got some of these pallets here that I haven't weathered up yet. I got these at Dollar Tree. And I was thinking that maybe the forks will have to be extended some to hold these pallets, but they fit on there nicely. They don't tilt when you raise them, and it'll hold it right there as well. And even with some things on it, here's some G.I. Joe accessories in one of the Foot Locker boxes. And you can't weigh it down too much, but it will hold there probably long enough for you to take a picture. Now at the Dollar Tree they also have these larger pallets, and these don't work so well. So if you're going to use it with this, don't get these. Get these. And I forgot to show, the vehicle rolls rather well. So there it is, my friends, a look at the figure and the forklift. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the WWE Slammin' Forklift with Brock Lesnar. And then, for comparison, a couple of WWE Ultimate figures. Ultimate Hulk Hogan from, I believe, WrestleMania 1, and his tag team partner from WrestleMania 1, Pitying Fools with Poor Articulation, Ultimate Mr. T. Now we'll do a couple of vehicle comparisons, and here is the WWE Slamming Forklift with Brock Lesnar next to the McFarlane Toys The Batman Batcycle, ridden by Dark Knight Trilogy Batman. And he doesn't ride it so well. Here's the WWE Slamming Forklift with Brock Lesnar next to the Marvel Legends series Legendary Riders Ghost Rider with custom chain that I made. Just so you don't think that Legendary Rider Ghost Rider comes with opposable chain. For our final set of comparisons, here's the WWE Slamming Forklift with Brock Lesnar, along with, from Marvel Legends series, making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. And then behind him, from Star Wars The Black Series, we have the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And on the other side, from the G.I. Joe Classified series, we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. And for another 7-inch scale figure from Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, we have the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the WWE Slamming Forklift, at least I think that's what it was called, with Brock Lesnar, I'll have to say that when I originally looked at this, I was thinking, for some reason, I don't know why at this price point, I was thinking the figure would have a little more articulation to it than it does, and that maybe I could use him in some way or fashion. But the lack of articulation just really put me off of the figure itself. And I understand why it's the way it is. For this vehicle to be like it is at around a $20 price point with a figure, there had to be some cuts made, and they were made on the figure, even though I do realize that the articulation scheme on this figure fits their Mattel's basic WWE line. So the forklift itself, the reason that I bought this set, I have to say I was actually really surprised with it. And it's the right size to use with 1/12 scale figures. So your 6-inch line of figures, and they work well with it. And it holds my Dollar Tree pallets, at least the regular sized ones, not the oversized ones. And I have to say, for the forklift itself, at the price I paid for it, I'm pretty happy with it. Now, it may come a point in the future where I decide to put some more realistic colors on it, a more realistic paint scheme, and maybe figure out a way to add something that looks like a propane tank, just for me, because again, all the forklifts I've ever operated were all propane powered. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.